Shout out to all the VIP members watching this full interview on day one. If you're not a VIP and you waited a full year to watch, hit the join button right next to the subscribe button and become a member for just $2.99 a month. And if you haven't subscribed, you already know what to do. Enjoy the interview. Six row, you tapped in with PPhilms. What's the word, man?
What's the word, PPhilms?
Chilling. Everything's Gucci. I know we've been trying to line this up for a minute.
Most definitely. You know that.
Word. So I want to start this off by saying, thank you for coming on my platform and giving me the opportunity to help tell your story, all right?
You know that, bro. And I want to give my things back to you, too.
No doubt. Good looking. Here on PPhilms, we try to help the viewers get to know Six Roy the rapper, but also Six Roy the person. So there might be personal questions, but it's only, to let the people that love you and what you do get a better understanding of who you are, all right?
Most definitely.
So I know you was born in Brooklyn, right?
Definitely.
Born and raised, right?
Yeah, Bed-Stuy Brooklyn to be exact.
And I was gonna ask that what part. There's so many people, that'll be watching this. They might not be familiar with the area, but for someone that's out of town that really doesn't know the area, what is it like when what was it like when you was growing up out here?
What was it like growing up in Bed-Stuy Brooklyn to be exact?
Yeah.
Shit. I ain't gonna lie. For me as a kid, I jumped off the porch early, so I was always outside and shit. So for me, it was always lit. Like wherever I was at, it was lit. You feel me?
Yeah.
I was always running around with people around my age, either my cousins, my friends, you feel me?
Yeah.
It was just making shit happen, you feel me? I was always out after curfew, shit like that. You feel me? When it came to school, I ain't gonna front. Like for me, I was on my school shit. I used to get in trouble here, there, and shit. But for the most part, though, growing up as a kid out here is regular and shit.
Yeah.
Like if you out here, you basically don't bite off more than you can eat type shit.
So could you speak on? I know you say you jumped off the porch early and you was outside. Can you speak on a couple of things that you've seen with your own eyes or stories that you heard while being raised out here?
A couple of things I seen with my own eyes.
Yeah, or stories that you heard.
I done seen a lot. Like I'm not gonna hold you, because me, like, I was into a lot of shit. For me, as a young kid growing up, for me, I was really hustling. You feel me? I was really finessing niggas. I was hustling niggas. Feel me? So I seen a lot, bro. I ain't gonna hold you. Like even after school and shit, like, you feel me? It was always on some gang shit and shit after school. You feel me? I done seen niggas get beat up.
Yeah.
You feel me? I done seen niggas run on their mans. Feel me? I done seen a whole lot of shit. Like, shit just crazy, bro.
Get shot at, all type of shit.
I done seen niggas get shot at. I done seen niggas get grazed.
Yeah.
All types of shit, bro. I done seen all types of crazy fights. Just mad shit.
Yeah.
Or,
growing up out there, I understand. I know, aside from seeing all these things, jumping off the porch and seeing all these things in the streets, I was watching one of your interviews and you was saying that you was into skateboarding and chess and all that.
Oh yeah.
Word. So
that was my elementary era.
Yeah. What was it about those things that you sparked interest in?
Like chess. I ain't gonna front, because me, I've always been a person that I always try to think about the next best move, you feel me? And
I thought you was gonna say you learned it in jail. Every nigga learned chess in jail.
Nah, no funny shit, bro. Respectfully, that's another thing too. I never been to jail too. Like,
okay.
I done been to jail, but like for a week, I never did
a sentence.
Type shit, for me.
Gotcha.
But basically though, like I always looked at chess, for me, because I seen it. When the definition of chess is that you think about your next move before you do it, and the next move you do got to be the best move and shit like that. So for me, with that being on chess, I just like incorporated that, seen that. So
Right. When you if somebody that didn't like, what are a few words you would use to explain Bed-Stuy?
Bed-Stuy?
Yeah, just a few words.
Active, creative, vibey. Like for people that don't know what vibey means, OD vibrant. You feel me?
Okay.
Bed-Stuy is super vibrant, and it's like it's like no other hood like Bed-Stuy. You feel me? Cause one thing is like most of the legends like in rap and shit, they've been birthed from the Bedford Stuyvesant area and shit.
Yeah.
You feel me? and it's like Bed-Stuy is lit. It's not like Brownsville. It's not like Crown Heights. It got its own vibe to it.
Yeah.
And a lot of shit going on in the style. Like for me, it's a lot of different blocks, and then in Bed-Stuy be a lot of niggas that know each other too. So it be a lot of niggas that know each other. So
the whole world want to be like the Bed-Stuy.
Yeah. Bed-Stuy be on some, I ain't gonna hold you. Bed-Stuy be on some United shit. I ain't going front because you will know a nigga from this part of the style, and he'll be linked up with niggas from the other part of the style, and it'll all come together. You feel me? That's one type shit.
Yeah. I know your name was T-Roy, you know, in the beginning, you know. Obviously, I would assume that it's dedicated to like King Von's friend T-Roy, right?
Yeah, facts.
Yeah, you know, why did you choose that name? Why was that name important to you?
Like, it's crazy because like when the nickname T-Roy even came about, I'm not gonna hold you. I wasn't even like a BD at that time or nothing. I didn't know nothing about BDs and nothing. Like I knew about BDs. Like I knew that Chief Keef was like he was a popular BD at the time, rapping and shit. But I didn't know about T-Roy. Like I didn't know that he was one of the BDs from Chicago and shit.
Gotcha.
And like the way it go with my government name, you feel me? It started with a T, and people used to call me Todd. You feel me? Okay. But then it was like one summer, you feel me? Shit was hot. Niggas was throwing nicknames around that summer and shit. Everybody was throwing a nickname around. Mad niggas was fake taking people from Chicago nicknames in they hood and they little clique, and they call them that. So niggas just, feel me? Niggas just called me T-Roy, feel me?
Gotcha.
They was just calling me T-Roy, so I took it and I ran with it for a few.
Yeah. And at what point did you change it to 6 Roy?
The point that I changed it to 6 Roy is when I was rapping this shit. And my name was T-Roy number 6. So one, the name was too long. You know what I mean? The name was too long. I was getting a lot of complaints about people typing the name in on YouTube. 2, I ain't gonna hold you. I didn't want to seem like a dick rider. You feel me? Rest in peace to the fallen folk. You feel me? I don't want no other man name though. You feel me? I'm not trying to be. I don't want no other man nickname or nothing. For me, whatever he did under his name, that's him.
Yeah.
So that's what really made me change it to 6 Roy. And a lot of people were saying like I was giving them the Chicago vibe OD by saying that with that name and shit. With T-Roy number 6, being that he was from Chicago and shit. So that's what made me change it around.
Gotcha. All right, bet. Now I know before we did the walkthrough and you explained a couple of things about being BD, but we are sitting down for the interview. And some people might not watch us walking through your block. Some people might just watch the interview. For the people that just watching this, you know, explain that to them. When did you turn BD?
To be exact, 2016.
Gotcha.
Yeah, 2016. Turned BD. 2016, I was 17.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was 17. I'm 23 right now.
Gotcha. You know, we live in New York where it's like everybody's either turning Crip, Blood, or that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, most definitely. Yeah, that's the thing about New York. There's a lot of that. Bro.
Yeah. What made you choose?
I ain't gonna lie. I fuck with my Crips and Bloods and shit though. I fuck with me. Niggas fuck with me. I fuck with them. With some shit like that. But like, what made me choose? And don't get me wrong. Like, it could have been plenty of times I could have even became a Crip or a Blood.
Yeah.
But it's like, you know, I wasn't too really interested in that. And it's like, once this came about, it's like, you know, when somebody hears something about a new knowledge and shit, it's new to them. It opened new windows, it opened new doors and shit. So that's what I took it as. Once I got to sit down and really see what it was about, and then I had got some of the knowledge from my bro that passed away, my bro Tech. He told me about it, and then it's like after he was gone, and I seen how much he was invested into it, and I seen how much of the movement it really was, and like how it really could be. Yeah, that's what really made me just stick with it.
Gotcha. I know a lot of people, you know, you and I spoke about this, and a lot of people wanted to know what block you turned BD on, and what was that experience like for you?
Oh, I bet. So yeah, basically the block that I turned BD on was on McDonough. McDonough to be exact, Mac block. I mean, if you know, you know.
Is it known to be like BD area, or?
I mean, like, it's known, like my bro Tech that passed away, like he's a known BD, and that's where he was known to reside at. You feel me? Gotcha. Like that was his last stomping grounds and shit. You feel me? When he was on his BD shit, repping it and shit like that. Cause that's where I met him at. And that's when whatever happened with me and him happened. Yeah. He turned me BD. But as well, you feel me? That always been a place where old BDs that I know, that always been like an origin, that block been like an origin. So we always link back up over there.
Gotcha.
I also BDs from other states that be coming over there, and we link up on that block because that's like the origin block. You feel me?
Yeah.
That's the block where I was known to come to, and where the movement started at and shit, and where I became part of it.
Gotcha. Yeah. Do you speaking about Chicago, do you ever go there from time to time?
Yeah, I just actually came to Chicago like last week.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Last week I was there from May 24th to the 26th.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, shit like that. And I was there last year too. Last year, May 24th to the 26th. You feel me?
And people's gonna always want to know like who are some of the Chicago BDs you linked up with, because in their minds out here, there's no BDs in the NY. So who are some of the Chicago BDs that you know, or people that I guess prominent names, people that they would probably know?
Like that's the thing. Like that's the thing with this right here. Like it'd be a lot of steppers and a lot of big dudes. They playing the scenes behind. So like most names people would really know would be rapping names.
Yeah,
and shit like that. You feel me? So most of the names I would say, I'll be saying it, but only certain people would know. The first time I went out there, rest in peace to the bro Edai 600.
Yeah, I seen y'all comments on one.
Yeah, most definitely. You feel me? Like I ain't gonna front, bro's an OD cool nigga. Like you feel me? And I only knew him from watching YouTube. You feel me, bro?
Wow.
Like I'm from New York, just like everybody else that know about him from New York. They watched him from YouTube.
Yeah.
Like growing up, that's the only way I even seen them. You feel me?
Yeah.
But like it's like that made a connection for me because I went to Chicago or whatever. And then I got to chop it up with him. Before that, when I was in New York, I had a few FaceTime calls and we were supposed to do a few features and shit like that. So yeah, when I went out there, I had actually met him in person and shit. And we was talking about going to the stool and shit like that, you feel me? But it just didn't work out that week, you feel me? So basically what we had scheduled is the next time I was supposed to come out there, like this year around, this month after I just left, we were supposed to do some music shit, you feel me? But rest in peace to bro, you feel me? We couldn't even get it done though. But yeah, I definitely met bro in person when I was out there. I seen a few other heads too, you feel me? I went to whole block and shit.
Okay.
With a few of the guys.
What was that experience like?
Shit, I ain't gonna front. The O is different. I ain't gonna lie. The O is different, like, you feel me? Especially from a nigga that's not from there, you gonna feel the vibe, you feel me? You gonna feel the vibe, like. And there is like, you feel me? It's them, they welcome. But as long as you one of the guys and you good, you on cope steady timing, Gucci. Yeah. But I'm in the O. I went to the O probably like 3 in the morning. That shit they was still out there partying, bro.
God damn.
No cap, bro. 3 in the morning, 4 in the morning, some about to come up. They still got bottles going around, they deep. You feel me? In the playground, the King Von was shooting on them vids. It was the exact same exact spot. I mean, I went in there with a few of the guys. It's crazy because Edai had walked us into the O.
Okay.
And me and a few of the other folks from different states and shit, he walked us into the O, and then right by the playground. I'm not gonna lie, I seen in there though, I seen Mua. I mean, I seen a few niggas that was in like a few niggas that King Von had shouted out in a few of his songs. Yeah. I seen like Mua, I seen like DQ, I seen like Leash, you feel me? Mm-hmm. And I just seen like a few niggas like shit like that. I'm like, yeah, for me, niggas is really in the hole. Like niggas really watch this shit on TV and for me, I'm really seeing this shit.
Were they like welcoming to you and all that?
Yeah, it was like, because I'm not gonna lie, I'm not even gonna lie, like it was on it was on a personal tip, because like we came in as a group. I came in with other folks from different states. For me,
gotcha.
Like, for D-Day, that's when everybody link up from different states. For me, I came with other folks from different states. So as far as the group, they was welcoming towards the group. Okay. You feel me? And my bro Trey from Chicago for me, from the owner shit, I ain't gonna lie, I fuck with him for me, and he always have my respect, because I say this like, he pulled me out personally, and then he brought me to people personally to introduce me to them. Gotcha. Like certain members, and for me, certain people, he brought me to them to introduce me to them. Like, you feel me? And mind you, it was a big group. He didn't have to just take me out of that group and just introduce me to people. You feel me? That's the vibe he was trying to give me. He was trying to give me the welcoming vibe. Like, I'm from New York, you feel me? But you one of the members, you feel me? We gonna show you like it's real right. For me, we gonna really, feel me? Yeah, some shit like that. Yeah.
You know, like I said, I did post your picture and post and told people, send in some questions. Mm-hmm. A lot of people, what do y'all say when a lot of people say like New York is copying Chicago or things like that? Like, how do y'all answer to that?
I ain't gonna lie, bro. I don't even get upset now, bro, when niggas say that, bro. Because you feel me? When people say that, I feel like they say that because as far as the music and shit like that. But you feel me? like with me, I feel like people would say that the most because of what I'm saying, like for me, as being a BD, and most people only know about that as being in Chicago. For me. People not really used to that out here.
Yeah.
Shit like that.
Yeah, I think it's like what you said earlier in the day when you was like, people kind of got to get used to it.
Yeah.
Like
that's bro.
When
that's all it is.
New,
feel me? People just got to get used to it, bro. Like, you feel me? That's it. It's like when you see something new for the first time, you feel me? You don't really want to try it out.
Yeah.
But then eventually, you see how it is, and then you get to understand it.
You do your research, you start looking into it, like, let me see. And then some people like, nah, it's like what the artists is, and it's like what the industry people. You rock with Lil Baby, you be like, oh nah, he got this, that, you dodge it from. And then you see something on this side, you be like, oh nah, he definitely, you feel me? It's the same shit. Like it's like with 6 World, like niggas, oh yeah, there's no BDs in New York. Y'all only saying that because of him, or y'all saying that for everybody that's a BD in New York? Because you don't see it out here, but most definitely, bro. It's the same shit. Once you do your research and you start looking in, it's like, nah, he was in the O. It's like, what more do you need? What more vouch do you need? It's BDs in New York. You think it's a New York nigga will walk all the way to Chicago just to be in here? I'm like, nah, you're not a BD. What you doing here? They gonna beat you up. Same thing out here. They do the same shit. Like,
most definitely.
That's like a Chicago nigga come all out here and turn me blood. Or he Jackie Crip, that's like same shit. That's like Fabio was over there in the O, feel me? And he one of them now they want to Jack Woo or they Jackie Crip or they come to New York and they resort, they just change different. You feel me? Some people just it don't gotta be what you know where you from and shit. Just the influence.
Yeah, facts, bro. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's the influence, bro.
Yeah. As long as you real with it, you know. Like, as long as you are.
As long as you real with it, as long as you authentic with it, bro. Because you feel me, I can understand it. For me, I was on some shit where I'm like, you feel me, I'm this and that. You feel me, and I'm walking around and I'm not knowing nothing. You feel me? I'm just doing shit for a look, for a purpose. You feel me? But I ain't gonna lie, on these sides, bro, it's not none of that, bro.
Gotcha.
Because you feel me, if it was for all that, bro, I wouldn't even be doing what I'm doing. You feel me, bro? Like anybody that know me. Anybody that know me, like personally, if you chill with me, been around me, or you really know me, like you really know, like there's nothing really fake, bro. I don't, for me, regular shit I do, bro. Get money, I rap, you feel me? I'm on my BD shit, regular shit, bro.
Yeah. I know on December 2nd, 2019, you released Tech for Tech. You know what I'm saying? Which was obviously dedicated to tech.
That's a fact.
And you know that is, as you said before, common name for the BDs in New York. You know.
Definitely.
What was your relationship like with him?
My relationship with him?
Yeah.
Like, my relationship with Tech, like, that was really my big bro. Because, you feel me, the influence he left on me, you feel me, it then took me far. I didn't took certain steps, you feel me, I didn't learn new things and went new places and, for me, met new people. So it was like, the way it was with me and him, when I first met him I met Tech in 2016. And honestly, bro, I didn't even know Tech for that long, bro. I knew him for like about 2 years. Like he wasn't even a 10-year nigga, bro. You feel me? The time that I did know him, the time that we spent together and shit, you feel me? It was like some everyday shit, bro. You feel me? Because it's like he had the mob going, you feel me? He put me in the mob, so now it's like, you feel me? I'm with him. Yeah. I'm with him, feel me? I'm learning new shit. And then I'm with a few other bros too. It was a few other bros that was around at that time. Feel me? A few other bros that was BD that was around at this time. They're not really in the picture no more, feel me? But it was like a movement. I was on that block. I was on McDonough. You feel me? And like bro really used to tell me real shit. Like, you feel me? He really used to tell me shit like for me better myself.
Gotcha.
Like respectfully, like for me, because I was young. Chilling with niggas. I was like, I was told you I was 16. Like for me, bro was like in 20s, like 23, 23, 24. Feel me? Everybody I was chilling with was in their 20s. You feel me? I was 16 and shit. It'd be times I'd be smoking outside with niggas late night. You feel me? Because I was in high school around that time. I'd be smoking outside with niggas late night. You be like, what you doing, nigga? For me, be on some funny shit. Snatch the blunt. Like, what you doing? Nigga, you got school tomorrow. Nigga, going to crib, nigga. For me, or some shit like that. So like, type of relationship I had with him, it was like nothing but love, bro. You feel me? And he used to speak highly of me too. That's another thing. Like, whoever he introduced me to, whoever he talked to me about, he always used to speak highly of me, bro. And people like that, I respect them to the fullest. You feel me? Because when you could defend me while I'm not in the room, you could speak highly of me whenever. There used to be people coming back to me like, you feel me? Even after he passed, for me, a few of his friends, a few of his family, like, yeah, bro, we used to speak highly of you, for me. So it's like shit like that. I really respect it. Yeah. That's why I really fuck with him. How I fuck with him and shit.
Gotcha. You know, well, the day when he passed away, where were you? What were you doing? What?
Shit.
How was it? How was the message given to you?
It's crazy because like the day when he passed away, I spoke to him the day before.
Mm-hmm.
You feel me? I spoke to him the day before, and it was like on some shit. It was like he was talking to me and shit, and it's like, you feel me? Because bro, like he always like move on his miscellaneous time. Like, for me, if he don't really want you to know his moves, he not gonna know. You're not gonna really know his moves. So for me, he was talking to me and shit that way. He was talking to me like he was saying some shit like it was some jokey shit. You feel me? We was having a FaceTime call. He's like, yo, we need to get back. We need to get back. I'm like, all right, bro. For me, just hit me when you get back to the hood. You feel me?
Yeah.
That was the last time I spoke to him. Like, that was the day before he passed away. And I remember I went in the crib that night. You feel me? I woke up. I had to go to school the next morning and shit. You feel me? So I woke up. For me, first thing I go on Facebook. For me, I see one of the bros post RP, such and such. You feel me? Talking about tech. For me, first thing I did, I FaceTime his number just to see if it's real. For me, FaceTime his number. I ain't get no answer. FaceTime again, ain't get no answer. For me, after that, it's like 10 minutes later, phone just started blowing up. Everybody from McDonald's, everybody from the block just calling me like, yo, this and this happened. Everybody linked up on the block. Yeah, everybody linked up on the block from then. And then everybody linked up on the block. Family came out. Everybody broke the news. Shit like that.
That shit must have been like a dark cloud on the block.
Yeah,
right?
hell yeah. I ain't gonna front. That shit I ain't gonna front because he meant a lot. He meant a lot to a lot of people. You feel me?
Yeah.
That's one of them people like growing up as a kid and shit. Like you know a lot of people growing up. You feel me? You know people from this side. You know people from this side. So it's like once you grow up older to as an adult, you're a known person. There's a lot of people that know you. There's a lot of people that got love for you, even if they doing what you doing or even if they not. So that shit was crazy, bro. That shit hurt a lot of people and shit. You feel me? That shit fake had me fucked up because I was talking to him the day before and shit. So
Yeah.
shit was just crazy.
Do y'all feel like you've since healed from that?
Yeah, hell yeah. Most definitely, bro. I ain't gonna front because you know, like, niggas gotta heal. Niggas always gotta heal from shit, bro. You can't always be. Feel me? You can just look at it now like whoever is going and not here, they in a better place. You feel me?
Mm-hmm.
We on Earth right now. We just doing what we doing. You feel me?
Yeah.
And shit like that. Cause I lost one of my closest friends, probably like 3 years after that.
Was that T-Stone?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I lost one of my closest friends probably like 3 years after that. For me, so it was like that shit was like another wound again that I just had to heal up again. You feel me?
I don't know, like, I always question this, like, going through life, losing people, like, how do you cope with that? Like, how do you deal with that? Because I feel like...
Cope with losing people?
Yeah, like, cause I feel like niggas be losing, like, I might lose an uncle that I didn't really know like that or talk to like that, but to lose somebody that you spend days and hours speaking to, building with, how do you cope with that?
Shit, I'm not gonna lie to you, bro. Anybody would be, you feel me? Anybody would be lying if they tell you it's not easy to cope with, you feel me? It's just that, like, at the end of the day, you gotta really just snap back into reality. You gotta understand that, you feel me? Whatever happened, you feel me? That person is not here, you feel me? And that person is not gonna come back. So it's like, are you gonna move like they're not gonna come back? Or are you gonna move like they still here?
Yeah.
You feel what I'm saying? And that's what I'm saying. Like, if you're moving as they still here, you're still mourning over that. You're still mourning over that. Because at the end of the day, you gotta do what you gotta do. You gotta snap back into it. You feel me? You gotta make your moves. You gotta, there's other shit out here. You feel me? You can't keep letting shit cloud your mind. You gotta just have your memories of the bros that was here, and then just try to do better and whatever you're doing, type shit.
Gotcha. I was interviewing another dude, PSB Fredo. You know, he was telling me he's a BD. He said, you know, he doesn't have issues with well, he was saying he never had issues with GDs until they started with him. And then he started dropping the rigs and, you know, being on that GDK timing. Do you as a BD, do you have an issue with GDs?
Me as a BD, honestly, I don't have no personal problems with no GDs in my city. There's nobody's, you feel me? As far as I look at it, you feel me? I know a few GDs out here that fuck with my music, you feel me? Niggas support me, you feel me? Don't nobody say nothing on my name or whatever. Whatever issues he had with whoever he had, I don't know what niggas be, feel me? Trying to stir up, what niggas be trying to make shit seem like it is. You feel me? But it's like, I'm on my timing, bro. You feel me? I'm on my timing, so I am what I am. I'm doing what I'm doing.
I seen you and him going back and forth on IG. You know what I'm saying? Was that, were y'all ever, like, have you ever seen him or been cool with him, relationship, anything?
I ain't gonna lie, bro. That nigga right there, bro. That nigga is he a topic I don't even speak on, bro.
Yeah.
Because it's like him, he a topic I don't even speak on, bro.
Yeah.
I done seen him before and shit though, but niggas just be on weird timing, you feel me?
Mm-hmm.
Niggas don't be doing what I be doing, and niggas don't be moving how I be moving, bro. You feel me?
Gotcha.
Niggas do shit for the wrong reasons, you feel me? So it's like I separate myself from that. Me personally, I got no affiliations with that. You feel me?
Okay, that's what I was gonna ask, because a lot of people was asking me, ask him if he's in PSB Fredo's set.
Mm-hmm.
So I was just like, yo, let me.
That was funny. That was real funny. Nigga said,
I don't know
what? Can never be.
I don't know about no sets, none of that shit, bro. You feel me? I'm a BD though. I am what I am, but I don't know about no sets, nothing, bro.
Bad.
I don't know what sets other niggas is in. You feel me? I know about myself.
Gotcha.
That's it.
Yeah. So I know before you make the decision to pursue music, you know, I'm sure you're consistently listening to it, you know, and all that. You know, who are some of the people you're frequently listening to in the beginning? Yeah.
I frequently listen to.
When you first started, like before you even said, let me start making music, who were some of the people that you told you was interested in listening to?
I ain't gonna front. I used to listen to like a lot of Lil Wayne.
Mm-hmm.
I used to listen to Eminem. I ain't gonna front. I fuck with Eminem all body.
Yeah?
Hell yeah, bro. I used to listen to a lot of Eminem. Who else? Let me see. I used to listen to a lot of
50.
Tupac.
Oh, 50?
Nah, I ain't gonna lie. I wasn't really big on 50 Cent. I'm not
Really?
I used to listen to a lot of Tupac. Lloyd Banks. Lloyd Banks. I ain't gonna front. I fuck with myself, Lloyd Banks.
Okay.
You feel me? That whole Beamer Benz Bentley. You feel me?
Hold on, I'm curious to know how you, like, not saying nothing's wrong with Lloyd Banks, but how you fuck with Lloyd Banks and not 50? Like,
it's not that I don't fuck with 50, you feel me? I know they was old and G Unit, bro, but it's like, you feel me? Say it's a roster of niggas, you feel me? That's why it's a roster of niggas, because it's a sound that'll touch everybody's ear, you feel me? Like around that time, there's a lot of 50 Cent flowing around, so you know niggas like, for me, overhyping and niggas got their opinion, so I just want to take my time out and listen to the other niggas, you feel me? Once I came across Lloyd Banks, I was really fucking with when he was talking about how he was flowing with. My son Lloyd Banks got that swag when he was rapping.
Young Buck too.
But yeah, I fuck with that.
Young Buck too.
Yeah, hell yeah.
Young Buck, okay.
Yeah, word, bro. I ain't gonna front. I fuck with my son T-Pain.
Yeah.
Listen to a lot of T-Pain.
You know what you saying, Lloyd Banks, and you said Lloyd Banks, Eminem, Lil Wayne. You more so like the lyrical rappers, I would say.
Yeah, facts.
Okay.
Yeah, bro. Like, you feel me? Cause like me, when I'm rapping and shit, I don't like to just say bullshit on the track, bro. You feel me? Like that's one of the things I hate to do, bro.
Yeah.
Whatever I do, I'm never gonna minimize to like yelling on the track, shit like that. You feel me? I'ma just always just be myself and just rap how I rap on the track, bro.
Yeah.
That's how I started off, you feel me?
Gotcha.
I didn't start off on no mumble shit. I didn't start off on no auto-tune shit. I started off with some like really saying like balls for balls, like for me writing 16 balls, really just rapping, some shit like that.
Yeah. So at what point do you decide to pursue music, and what makes you want to try it?
What, music?
Yeah, like what's going on in your life, and what makes you say, oh, you know what? Let me see if I can dibble and dabble in this music.
Like, cause I just basically look at like, cause when I be rapping this shit, bro, you feel me? Like, I be rapping on beats and shit, and sometimes it be feeling like, sometimes it feel easy to me, like the way I can flow on beats, like the way I can get on it fast. So I really always looked at it like a talent for myself, you feel me?
Yeah.
I always looked at it like a talent, like rapping could be a talent for me. Even if it's not a hobby or whatever, for me it's still a talent, something that for me it's something that I got and it's something I could do. And I always done heard like people say I could do it and shit. I done thought I could do it, so it's something that I don't really look at it like as a game clout or nothing for me. I just look at it as something enjoyable now.
Okay.
Because honestly, like not even to be on no other shit, bro. I really like watching myself on YouTube, bro.
Yeah.
Like, you feel me? I like watching my own videos, bro. Like it's always been like that since I started rapping. That's the first thing that was imaged in my head is me making music videos and shit.
Seeing yourself.
Yeah, that's a big part that come with it. For me, seeing myself on camera, my own personality and shit. So I just do it for myself sometimes, bro.
Gotcha.
Like, and then for me, as I'm doing it for myself, I'm doing it for other people because they enjoying it too and they fucking with what I'm doing.
So you make the decision to pursue music. you start releasing music, what's the support looking like from everyone when you begin?
I ain't gonna front. It's like the support. It's like unless you really gonna come out as a known person that's rapping, the support is gonna be all the time.
Yeah.
Because you get such thing as having to gain a fan base. You feel me?
Yeah.
Like when I first started rapping, it's like I'm local. I'm still on some local shit right now, but I'm like when I first started rapping, I'm super local. As in like only my friends know I rap. You feel me? My friends know I rap. Probably somebody else know I rap. But it's like the more I'm putting out music and shit, you feel me? It's like I gotta gain a fan base. For me, so the more content I put out, the more people that take time, they listen to my music, they say they fuck with it, and shit like that.
Yeah. You know, one of my favorite songs by you, I love Ochie Wally, but one of my favorite songs is Be Difference.
Be Different?
Yeah, that's one of my favorite joints by you. You know?
Nah, good looking, bro.
No doubt. You know, I'm curious to know what's your favorite song that you released and why.
My favorite song that I released, let me see. I'm trying to skim through because I ain't gonna front. I got a lot of songs on there.
Yeah.
I'm trying to skim through my tracks. My favorite song that I released.
And why?
Like now or before, like overall.
It could be whenever, throughout your whole duration of making music. What was a song that, you know, I guess the most meaningful, or a song that you really love that you
I ain't gonna lie, Tech for Tech go crazy.
Nah,
I always told that nigga that shit from day
hard.
one, son. When I first heard that shit. Tech for Tech, bro. Like,
but I bet it's a track. It's one of the tracks for me when I first changed my name to 6 Real and shit. One of the first tracks I had released under my name is called Clarifications.
Clarification.
Yeah,
that's that heat too.
That shit called Clarifications. For me, because in that shit I was talking my shit. For me, I said all these cases on me, so I can't go. On God, I'm gonna cop me a Lambo. She abroad, don't care what her friends go. She don't understand or she don't understand though. And then there was another part in there. For me, this was like I made this track probably like 3-4 years ago. For me, and it's like shit that I be saying is like it really be like I really be manifesting it into the future. One of them tracks I said, I'm a folk, not a G. Do you get it? But it's like at that time, a lot of people didn't get it. I skim back and look at the comments now. For me, I see from like 1 month ago, 2 months ago, people understanding the ball. You feel me? And they taking it and they putting towards it like what I'm doing, and they understand it.
Yeah, gotcha.
Word.
That's what's up. You know, I see you sitting with a couple of guys, which are some of the members. You know, explain what TTS is for the people.
Alright, basically TTS basically got established back in 2016. You feel me?
Okay.
The first brand name it really meant it was Team Trap Sauce. You feel me?
Okay.
Like I got it tatted right here, on my shoulder.
Yeah.
You feel me? It was me and the guys. And we came together.
Put it down one more time. You see? Yeah.
TTS, Team Trap Sauce.
Gotcha.
Yeah. So that's your mind. My bro got it tied in. You feel me? We just gonna get to that. Like basically, once you feel me, it's me and the guys. You feel me? Basically, want to come up with something different. We want to like start a movement and shit. You feel me? So the way it came up, like me and my bro Reese. You feel me? I came to him with the idea first, and rest in peace to my brother T-Star. You feel me? I came to him with the idea as well, and he was telling me about it. So when we first started doing it, it was really a clothing brand. For me,
Okay.
It was Team Trap Sauce. He was making T-shirts. For me, he was making T-shirts, and the whole team was wearing it.
trapping them shits out of school.
Yeah.
Teachers wearing them
A few
shits.
months in,
The teachers was wearing?
Teachers
all that, bro.
popping shirts.
For me,
all
we
that.
just for me. We selling T-shirts, we jigging T-shirts, bro. For me, all through the hood, bro. Got niggas wearing the gear and shit. After that, we thought about it like, yo, since we doing that, we always listening to beats and shit. So for me, we should start incorporating the music in this shit too.
Okay.
So it was a group of us at that time. It was my bro right here, Reese. My bro Rico, my bro Zay, my bro Lace Guard. You feel me? And my bro T Stars, my bro Nola right here. It was a few of us around at that time. So basically what we started doing, we started making music. We started making group tracks and shit. We started making group tracks together and shit. For me just doing the music and shit. You feel me? So we started, the hood started fucking with us. For me, we had our own movement and shit. So we just took it and we ran with it. We jacked it. For me, TTS, that's what we all, Team Trap Sauce. For me? So then it's like, as we got older and shit, I think switched up the name of it. You feel me? Because like we getting older. So it's like, we're not always gonna come across this Team Trap Sauce. So what we call it now is like, we call it like train to stack. For me, train to stack, train to strive or some shit like that. And then it's also the cannabis branding for me, Train to Smoke. We got that shit too.
I see.
Yeah,
Hold on, we're gonna talk about that. I know, like I said, some of the guys around you, I'm sure they do things as well. I'm sure there's rappers there.
Yeah.
If they could just let me know what some of y'all do. Let the people know who y'all are, what y'all doing and all that.
Yo, my name, this is Nola Baby. My name is Nola. You can find me at Nola Baby on Instagram. NOLAA.BABEE. BYBAYBEE. My boy, y'all. You feel me? And you can find me on SoundCloud, Nola Baby, Apple Music, all that. You feel me? I make music. You feel me? Nothing else.
For me, it's the one and only for me, Big 24, number 7 for me. Find me on Facebook, number 7, IG for me, number 7, the real number 7.3 for me. SoundCloud, number 7.
Yeah, man. I'm my son Risky in the cut. My son Scooter.
You already know my son.
Back, bro.
TTS.
That's a
number
fact,
6.
bro.
You already know the vibes.
So I locked in with bro not even too long ago. You feel me? It's a straight genuine vibe, though. You feel me?
The vibe.
I
That's
fuck
my
with
son.
them. Fuck with me. You feel me? Definitely.
Risky Boy, you can find me on Instagram though at RISKYY_BOYY. For me, talk night.
You got my boy right here. You got my son Resources. You feel me?
Facts.
Sources, you heard?
For me, you can holler at me on IG at Reese_Sosa. You feel me? Like bro said, you feel me? We started this TTS shit back in 2016. You feel me? We still doing this shit, nigga. This is what we love to do.
But nah. Niggas got
what
really
we do. Son.
Niggas
Like,
don't really
really
before
make
the TTS shit.
Wow.
Before the TTS shit.
All the Vegas game shit. You feel me? Shout out to my boy. Shout out to my boy Todd. You feel me? My son Trap Dog.
TTS shit for me. We had our
My son.
shit.
Facts.
That's family shit. That's family shit though. Gangsta.
Shout out my cousin for me. He really had shit.
days. You feel me? Word. Gangsta. Feel me?
Gotcha.
Yeah, that's
It's the movement,
though. It's a
though.
lot more than members though. You feel me?
Yeah.
Everybody for me just doing their own thing and shit right now. For me, it's a lot more than members that be rapping this shit. For me, shout out to the bros and shit. But yeah, we working, bro.
TTS ENT.
TTS shit. TTS ENT. TTS Entertainment. You feel me?
Let's get it. Now let's get into the cannabis. How did y'all? Because a lot of people talk about it. You know, a lot of people say they're gonna do this, say they're gonna do that.
Yeah.
How did y'all get yourselves into the cannabis business?
Alright, basically, bro, you feel me? It was around the time, you feel me? Like, was it last year, bro? What summer was that? That was last summer? That wasn't even last summer.
That was last summer, bro.
That was 2020. Nah, that was September. That was October. That was this October. That just passed.
That was the bid. That was
around this October that just passed. You feel me, bro? Like, you feel me?
Yeah.
I seen some shit like, you feel me? Because I smoke weed heavy and shit. You feel me, bro? So it was like, I wanted to do some shit like, and you feel me? A lot of the bros was selling weed and shit. You feel me? And I'm all about branding, bro. You feel me? Whatever I could do to get my name out there, that's what I'm gonna do.
Yeah.
So it's like I had linked up with one of my bros in Cali and shit. Like I had a friend in Cali and had linked up with them, and they had put the idea in my head. And I went out there and they were like, "Yo, you should get some bags. I'll bring to New York and shit." I'm like, "Yeah, I'm gonna do that. You feel me?" But at that point, I didn't do it. So for me, I came back to New York, and then I seen like at that time a lot of people were starting their branding up. You feel me? So I'm like, around that time, what I did was I had made a logo. I had got the logo copyrighted, and then I went back to California and shit. For me, I had chopped it with my plug and shit. And then for me, yeah, it gave me some bags and shit so that I could put the weed in the bags and just start branding it.
Yeah.
And then after that, we just started dishing it out.
Gotcha.
Dishing all the weed out.
How can, let's say, if people want to purchase from y'all, how can they reach out to y'all?
Like, we got an Instagram page. The Instagram page is called Train to Smoke TTS.
Gotcha.
You feel me? Train to Smoke TTS. All you gotta do is you have to send a follow request to the page though first.
Okay.
Like, as long as you send a follow request to the page, you need to get back to your shit. It's just a few requirements and shit. You know how that shit go.
Yeah.
You feel me? Niggas moving federal. It's
Now, we still have a website too. We still have a website too, a TTS website. We're gonna have like the merch, like the sweaters.
Yeah,
that's a fact. That's a fact. I'm working on
the cannabis.
whole lot of
the cannabis line. We upping it back up this summer. You feel me? It's gonna be way more flavors, and you feel me? We coming way harder with the branding and shit. We're gonna be in a lot more spots and shit, dishing it out. So we bigger quantities and shit.
That's what's up. Now talk. I know the latest single, Ochie Wally. Talk that. You know, start from finding the beat to right into the music to recording it. What was that process like for you?
I ain't gonna front that process right there. Well, how did it go? I think that was one of the first sample beats I did.
Oh,
If
really?
I'm not mistaken, yeah. Ochie Wally was the first sample beat I did. That's for me. That's when like a few months ago the sample beats was flying around. Everybody was doing it. You feel me? It was the wave. You feel me? And I'm a nigga like I ain't really grow up on the sample beats and shit. Like when I was rapping and shit, I wasn't really listening to samples. I was listening to regular type beats that you gotta make a hook to and rap to and shit. So, you feel me? When I heard that Ochie Wally beat, that's one of my favorite songs. That original song that Nas made, that's one of my favorite songs. You feel me? So I'm like, yeah, that shit is hard. Wait, Nas made that shit, right?
Yeah.
The facts I had, bro. Word. I be fried, bro. That was one of my favorite. That was one of my favorite Nas songs. You feel me, bro? So it's like me. I'm only gonna fuck with a sample if I used to fuck with the original song when it first came out while I was growing up. So once I heard that beat, I already had some shit. I had a verse or whatever. The verse that I had was supposed to go to another beat. You feel me? But then I just started rapping the verse to that beat. And then it was just going with it. The way I was flowing with it, it was different too. Because like the way I was flowing with it, it's not a lot of people rapping on the sample beats like that. For me, and if you check it out, whoever's watching, if you check it out, you will see. So the way I was going with it, it was good. And then at the end of it, I was just fucking around. I was like, damn, I can't just be spitting straight balls on this shit. I gotta have something that sounds something like the hook. So that's where I came up with like Chia, ooh, Chi Wally Wally, ooh, Chi Bang, Bang it smoke, then the lobby, this, that pain, gang, my bro just pulled another body, he insane, for me, so I just threw that on there, I recorded it, wow, so, and mind you, when I recorded it, it was a one take, for me, I did that shit one take, bro, I ain't gonna front, straight through.
That's what's up.
I recorded that shit one take, straight through.
Yeah. And I seen the video. What was the energy like? What was the vibes like? Because that was one of the most lit videos I seen.
The video is called Ochie Wally, bro.
Yeah.
You feel me? Like, and now, like, I came to the point where, like, Ochie Wally, like, that's part of my lingo now, you feel me? I call little thotties or whatever, Ochie Wally, you feel me? So it's like, that video that I had, I'm like, nah, it can't be straight guys in here. We gotta have this video, like, this video gotta be lit. And for me, the vibe of the song is like, it's like a turn up song. Niggas having fun. So that's exactly how I was at the video shoot. Yeah. Niggas having fun and shit. Niggas was turning up, you feel me? The girls was dancing and shit. Everybody was showing their personalities. Everybody getting sturdy, doing what they like to do on the camera. So shit was busting. Shit was active. I ain't gonna hold you.
That's what's up. Do you look to now with the success that you got with that song? Are you trying to do more samples or kind of still focus on?
Nah, like I ain't gonna lie, like with that song right there, that definitely opened the door for me for like sample beats because I wasn't really open minded to the sample beats and shit. But now it's like since I did that sample, I did like 3-4 samples after. So now I'm fucking with it. Now that beat right there just got me on my sample shit.
Gotcha.
So it was like I'll fuck around, do the samples, and I'll do my regular shit now.
That's what's up. Good. So you working, putting out all this music, just did Ochie Wally, you know what I'm saying? What's next for 6 Roy?
Shit. What's next for me is just more music. Tune in. For me, I'm gonna be flooding feeds. I'm gonna be flooding everything this summer. I ain't gonna front. It's a 6 Roy summer, bro. For me, I'm gonna keep hashtagging that. For me, I'm gonna keep dropping these videos. I'm gonna keep dropping these singles and shit. I'm gonna keep upping it with the videos. Every video gonna be better than the last. You feel me? Keep dropping all this music on all platforms, running these streams up. Until, for me, I think I'm ready for this mixtape. Whenever that time comes, for me, I'm coming hard. Yeah. If you ever spoke on my name or you speaking on my name and don't know me personally, you feel me? I just feel like that's not the right thing to do. You feel me? I just don't think that's a healthy way of living. You feel what I'm saying? Like you gotta really get to know a person. You feel me? So if you don't really know me and shit, just keep being on the outside looking in. For me, I hope this interview got to help people get to know me a little bit more. For me, niggas know my movement a little bit more. Yeah. But for me, I'm on the same shit though. TTS shit, BDNENT. Outside, bro.
Yeah. Listen, Word, 6 Roy, I appreciate your time. You know what I'm saying?
Shit for life.
Word, keep doing your thing, you heard?
Nah, you know that. Good looking, bro. They not tapping in, they tapping out.
Sure.